So let me try this again. So let me do 200 greater than or equal to, and then less than. I don't know. Why did I think it was expect? I don't know. All right, let's go with that. Cool. So we're still good. Perfect. All right. So now, holy crap, that's a lot. All right, cool. So we got that. So I'm just making sure that this is passing, and it is. I want my status code to be between 200 and 300. Let me see. What's up, your car? How is it going? How is it going? Rod Brown says that it is 30 degrees over in South Carolina. Wow. And your car says it's 20 degrees in DC. It's 13 degrees in Detroit. Wow. Well, we might be underwater soon in Florida because they've been telling us that for the past 50 years that we'll be underwater in Florida. But while I'm waiting to be underwater, let me see. It is a beautiful, let's see, 59 degrees right now. So I will happily wait to be underwater. All right. Okay. So next, so we have the page being pulled in. Next up, I want to do beautiful soup. So I want to say, I'm going to go up here and I'm going to say, what I want to do is pass in. Did I have it up here somewhere? I want to take, so we have this here. I'm just going to move my comments in here just so you can see what we're doing. So this part right here is get the content of the web page, right? Now I want to use Beautiful Soup to parse the HTML content. So I want to say, let's do import. I could reference to the import Beautiful Soup. I could reference from the other one, but I'd rather do it here first, right? So from BS, I'd rather look it up just so I can get the habit of knowing how to research because I might not have a project that was done already. So I'm like, all right, from BS for import Beautiful Soup. So we're going to do that. We're going to say from BS4 import Beautiful Soup, right? So we have Beautiful Soup imported, and I want to say, let's say soup equals Beautiful Soup, and we're going to pass this here, right? Like I said, I like to work backwards because if I can work backwards, I can say, okay, I have all my web page content. Now that I have my web page content, now let me pass it through the AI stuff instead of doing the AI stuff first and not knowing what I'm going to be passing through it, if that makes sense. So that's just the way that I like to work. There's many different ways of writing code. So the way that I'm doing it, it is not gospel. I'm not the know-it-all for writing code. I write code that works, and you write code that works, or you will write code that works. However, you can get it to work and then make it better. So me, my motto, as you know, I make it work and then I make it better. Okay. All right. So let's see what else we have. So let me take a look at the Beautiful Soup documentation. So we have, so we're doing this right here. And then let's print it out and we'll prettify it. Let's prettify it. All right. So let's go over to soup prettify. And that's part like I was saying, right? That's part of the issue that I have with unless Jupyter Notebooks has a way of doing it and I don't know about it, but I like to have my autocomplete because I don't remember. Like, how are you expected to remember all of this stuff, right? So, anyways, let's run it again, see what happens, okay? It doesn't look pretty to me, to be honest with you. Let me see. It would be, well, I guess I guess that's how it's supposed to look. I don't like it, but all right, so there we go. Let's see what else do we have. So we have our HTML being passed into Beautiful Soup. What else do we do with Beautiful Soup? Let's see. Let me see. Soup fine. All right. All right. We have Beautiful Soup, and so let's do some printing of like the. Okay, so let's do content. So instead of text, we'll do content, and we'll do HTML parser. I remember doing that. All right. So let's do let's try content. Right. Let me do that real quick. Okay, and we'll do parser equals so it's just HTML parser. All right, so we'll do HTML dot parser. All right, let's do that again. Okay, so like I said, I always like to run early and often. I'm always running it over and over and over and over again to see if I'm getting a failure, if my results are changing, stuff like that. Let's do another. Let me do print dot title. And is there a just all right, just title. So let's do me close that out. Me close that out. All right. So let's do another enter. And we have USA jobs, all right? Let's see here. So let's do if we do title.name, what do we get from that? Title and if we were, is there like a title text? All right, so let's do title dot text. Okay, cool. So we're getting there with Beautiful Soup. I wish I could find some type of, I'm sure it exists somewhere, but some type of documentation on all the different things that we could pull from Beautiful Soup. But neither here nor there. We don't really need all that for this project. So so I'm just gonna go back to soup dot. I wonder if I could do soup dot text. Oh yeah, look at that. Cool. Perfect. Perfect. All right, cool. So let's continue on. So now that we have our content being passed into Beautiful Soup, what can we do with it? Let me see. Let's see. All right, so now we have this part taken up. Okay, what's next? So, we can get into, so all right, so we have, what do we have left to do? So we're printing out the response from Ollama in Markdown. We haven't printed out the response yet, but we haven't made anything to Ollama yet. Set user context for relevant page, store relevant content into a variable. So we're going to say that the let's do. So I'm going to change this name from soup to content to be summarized, right? I like to have very, very clear and specific, variable names, right? So I'm going to update that, going to run it again, and there we go. Now we are going to say, I wonder why it has all these spaces in between it, but we're going to say, all right, so let's say, I'm going to, got this. Next up, let's go to, let me put some space in between this. Let's go to function that will take the URL and pass it to Ollama Python code. So we haven't gotten to that part yet. Set system context, store. All right, so we got this store page content into a variable. Let me copy this part. And we're going to say that's going to be that part right there, right? Storing it into a variable. And let's go to, we should set the user agent as well. Let's go to, let me set the user agent. And let's go to set user agent. So set user agent for request Python. And we're gonna do, just copy this right here. Then we'll pass it in as a header. We're gonna take that and we're going to say, and the reason that we're doing this is because some sites like the BLS, which I asked Chris Parks last night to talk to the people who have the powers that be to allow it to take www as well as not having www, and to allow it to work with my web page summarizer, right? So we'll be on top of that. So passing the headers, I'm gonna run it again. And we're still good to go. Perfect. All right. So we have that. All right. What's next on our list? Function that will take the URL and pass it to the Ollama code. So we have the function that will take the URL. It is actually, this is the function right here that's going to take the URL. It's not passing it to Ollama yet, but this is the function that will do it. So now let's start working on setting the system context, right? So I'm going to go to let me see, set the user context, pass relevant page, store relevant code into a variable. Store the relevant content into, so this is done already. Let's take that out. So now let's start going to, we're going to use this right here, import Ollama, right? And we want to say, we want to do, can I minimize this one? There we go. We want to do ollama.chat. We need to set the model as well. Let's go to, all right, let's go to starting over here, right? Or not, I can start over here. Let's say Ollama, or let's say not response, but LLM, or we'll say web page summary from Ollama is going to equal ollama.chat, right? And we do that, and it's going to, it should fail at some point. I'm gonna stop printing out this because it's gonna provide me too much text that I don't need to see. So I'm gonna comment this out. And it fails because Ollama is not imported yet, right? It's not defined. So we're going to say import Ollama, run it again. And now it's going to fail because we are not doing all of our models and stuff like that, right? So we need to pass in the model, we need to pass in the message, all that good stuff. So we are going to say that let me see. So let's say model is 3.2, Llama 3.2. So let's go and say model equals Llama 3.2. Is that how it was? Me. Should have just copied it. Yep. Llama is model 3.2.
Yo, my boy Mitch, we don't always see eye to eye, but in the ring of life, he's my ride or die. Throwing shade with his threats, catch his hands and shouts, but trust me, it's love he's packing, not just about. We banter like kings, no one's backing down. Throwing punches, but it's all from the heart. In this crazy world, we're always a team. Best friends forever, with a shared dream. Mention me, man, we're living the theme. We chop up the data, make those numbers dance. Talking tech battles, man, we take our stance. Chicago PD, yeah, we're the squad on the lane. Fighting like Ricky and Cal, bringing glory and pain. But win or lose, we're never apart. Throwing punches, but it's all from the heart. In this crazy world, we're always a team. Best friends forever, with a shared dream. Mention me, man, we're living the theme. So here's to us, a bond that won't fade. In the ring of the streets, we've got it made.